cancer was located in my milk duds, in my left breast. That was the aggressive site, was the nipple area. My former cancer was hormonal. So anybody that knows
Make sure
hormonal,
her
that
screen
means
is
that it
on.
was not genetic. Now how was my cancer found? I guess everyone is wondering. I found my lung while conducting my monthly breast exam at home. I had been seeing discharge from my nipple prior, and my breast was hurting for a few months. But dealing with PCOS and irregular periods for over 20 years, I was so used to the daily struggle and pain that I did not think it was anything other than my cycle of hormones acting up again. On June 17, 2022, I ended up in the hospital after going, to the baby. I ended up in the hospital after going to an on-site at my job for a promotion. After that day, I was in constant pain. My blood pressure was high. On July 10th, 2022, that's when I felt the lung, and I noticed the discharge again.
All right, TT up there.
That was the Sunday I got my patient on July 12th, 2022. I was in the GYN office and every test ran on me that could have been run. My doctor had a look on her face when she did the physical exam before that test that told me it was something of urgency. Now, back in February of 2021, I went to my medical doctor in Atlanta about the lump in the same breast that was located on the same side. The doctor said to me, "Oh, if it's not painful, it's nothing. It's nothing of importance. If that's but due to you suffering from fatty tissue and cysts in your breast." Fast forward to July 13, 2022, what seemed like the worst day of my life, hearing my GYN say, "Ms. Tatum, from all the rest and all of the tests that was run, you have tested positive for stage 3 breast cancer." The room went silent and dark. I remember the only thing I remember was positive. Anything besides that, I don't remember. I felt rage and anger and began to question God. I became numb inside, not feeling no care in the world, and didn't care about what the doctor had to say. I began to give up before I even began my fight. I remember her touching my hand and handing me a tissue. I did not realize I was in tears, just staring into thin air. She began to explain to me the process. So the next 10 days were pure D chaos. I was being tested every day, out and put into machines, poked and pried, needles, given so much information, meeting my healthcare team, that it was so overwhelming. But it had to be done. They did not care how tired I was, how much I did not want to take that treatment. They just told me within the next 2 weeks was my mark. A week later, I finally was told, after all of the tests, which the doctor had said to me prior, it was stage 3, but they confirmed stage 3, and I would be undergoing aggressive chemotherapy. That would consist of 6 medications at a time and would need to have surgery right after and go through radiation all within 6 months. But the kicker was when my oncologist stated, due to the aggressive state, my cancer, it's possible that I may not make it 6 weeks. I broke down again and almost gave up once again before I even began the fight and treatment. When me and my mom left that appointment, we prayed, and she said, "You already healed, baby girl." I sent a message to my pastor, who had just won the battle with breast cancer, and she told me, "It's already won, baby girl." So I began to walk in that light. My battle was already won even before I began the fight. I stopped questioning God and began leaning on Him and asked Him to show me why I was chosen to walk this path. He said to me, "Because you have not done what I said and lost your way." He told me, I gave you a new opportunity and you have lost the vision by moving too much. I need for you to sit still and listen to me and only learn to trust in me and not in man. Once I began to trust and regain my faith and stay still, something I had no choice of doing, because when I tell you my energy and strength was depleted, I began to work on me from inner to my outer shell. I started educating my community on breast cancer by creating a YouTube channel and sharing my story, the good and the bad and the ugly. I had to share the truth because the doctors kept saying that breast cancer doesn't normally attack African American women within my age range, which was a lie. I have met so many women in my age range and younger in my support group, Big Tops, and other foundations that have battled and are currently battling breast cancer. So to say it's not common was false information. The truth is that African American women and men do not always push to be tested. I'm guilty of that because back when I was told by the previous doctor, all was nothing, I didn't push further testing. I took her word. I learned from that to push through the barriers and not take everything the doctors say as the final say. Demand every avenue has been addressed. Fast forward 6 weeks from my first appointment, which was in the middle of September 2022, I got another scope test and a mammogram. Within 24 hours of the test, I got a phone call telling me my tumor had shrunk over half and my cancer had been re-diagnosed from stage 3 to a stage 1. My oncologist had me come into the office the next day. He said, Ms. Tatum, this has never happened as long as I've been practicing medicine. I just replied, my God said I was healed, so I began to my next scan, I was completely breast cancer free. His facial expression and look was like, it was somebody. So January 17th, the day before my birthday, 2023, surgery day, after I finished 6 rounds of aggressive chemotherapy, rang the bell on November 14, 2022. Now it's surgery day. The day before my birthday, I had a double mastectomy. On January 21st, 2023, my surgeon called me and said, Ms. Tatum, you are an amazing person, and you are officially cancer-free. She went on to say they found cancer in my lymph nodes, but removed the 12 that were infected and left 4 that were not. The praise that I let out and she joined me was amazing. So within 6 months, I had battled an aggressive cancer that they counted me out in 6 weeks, beat it in 6 months, had 6 medications pumped into me for 6 hours every 3rd Monday, regained my faith in God, and learned to love me even harder and enjoy and appreciate life more. Going through the fight of my life, I began to look for my forever home. Yes, I began the house buying process. Amidst the storm, I found me a home. I started in September of 2022. 6 months later, February of 2023, I closed on my home. So 6 was the number. Now, some might say 6, hold on. But I say 6 because the devil counted me out and tried me, and God showed out. By showing the devil, she took that 6 and turned it upside down and showed out on me. I won the fight and gained everything God brought me to Alabama to accomplish, all within 6 months of being diagnosed with breast cancer. And I'm standing here today thanking him for allowing me to be able to tell my story and let someone else know that breast cancer or cancer period is not a death sentence, but is a rebirth, and within your rebirth stage, allow God to use you during that rebirth era in your life and find your purpose again as I found mine.